Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the John Owen YouTube channel, sports, movies, and everything else. So I hope everyone is staying safe from coronavirus, social distancing, flattening the curve, just doing our part so that we can get back to normal. Before we get into the meat of the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and put on your notifications so you never miss out on any of the fun. With all that out of the way, let's get right into it. Let's set the stage for today's video. Let's flash back. April 25th, 2019. One day before Avengers Endgame comes out. I'm sitting there in pre-cal. I type in all these names into my calculator because I'm bored. I just finished, and my excitement for the movie is rising. Then comes April 26th. Opening night. Put this on my Snapchat story. I'm ready to go, man. I go to the theater that night, and the movie happens, man. Everything from the beginning, and Tony Stark and Cap's argument, Thor chopping off Thanos' head, the time heist, Cap and Thor and Iron Man versus Thanos, Avengers Assemble, Tony Stark snap, the funeral, everything happens. I walk out of the theater totally pleased, on cloud nine, like no other feeling I've ever had before. I walk out, this movie's the GOAT, right? Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit. So, today marks the 1 year anniversary of the release of Avengers Endgame. And so today's video is going to be Avengers Endgame 1 year later. Is it still the greatest movie ever? And we're going to tackle that question today. So, after 365 and a fourth days of being out into the world and upon several rewatches, a lot of rewatches, let me tell you, and other rewatches of other MCU movies, I've come to the conclusion that no, not in the sense of the greatest being just the absolute best movie ever. Even within the MCU, I think Avengers Infinity War and Winter Soldier are better made movies. The pacing in Infinity War is absolutely breathtaking. It is a blitz for 240 minutes. That's not the runtime. 2 hours and 40 minutes, excuse me, of just pure actionness. Thanos is absolutely, he's the star of the show. Thor dropping down in Wakanda, all the great team-ups and whatnot. The gut-wrenching ending. And you have Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the MCU's political thriller. And just, this movie's about perfect. You got the revelation that the Winter Soldier is Bucky, and you have the elevator scene, and you have the introduction of Sam, and the evolution of Steve and Natasha's friendship. Redford as Alexander Pierce was fantastic. The action was off the charts. The final scene with Bucky and Cap is super emotional. And I think Endgame does have some flaws. I'm still not totally in love with Smart Hulk. I'm coming around it more and more as we go. But still not perfect in my opinion. And then really there's like a little scene from Natasha and then one line at the end of the movie at Tony's funeral, but they really didn't do anything for her after she sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone to save the galaxy. So that was a little offsetting. So no, Endgame is not the greatest movie in the sense that it's the best movie ever. I just can't do that and being real with myself and being honest. But as far as being the greatest movie is just like an experience, there's no question. There's no question that Avengers Endgame is the greatest movie ever. From all the mentions I talked about in the slide before, to Natasha keeping up with the Avengers, Howard and Tony's reunion, Hulk snap, Cap lifting Mjolnir, oh my god, everyone walking through the portals, Steve and Peggy's dance, Mr. Stark we won, Wanda versus Thanos, the Morgan Stark, Thor's talk with Frigga, the whole funeral, Cap passing this shield to Sam. and so many other great moments that I can't even get to without this video being 18,000 minutes long. And you put all of those things together with just the fact that it was the absolute perfect ending to this grandiose thing we call the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the Infinity Saga, as we know so far. I mean, it perfectly closed out just the story so far. It did the backflip, stuck the landing, everyone's clapping, and it left, while being the end, it still left so much open for the future. You know, obviously they had Spider-Man Far From Home right after it, but then Phase 4 and 5 and 6, there's still so much more story to tell. So the ability to nail the ending while leaving yourself open is masterful. There will be nothing like Avengers Endgame ever again in that sense. And plus, it absolutely destroyed it at the box office. So, is Avengers Endgame the greatest movie ever in somebody else's opinion? Well, let's go to the jury.
Members of the jury have reached a verdict. We have, Your Honor, what may that verdict be? On the charges of being the greatest movie ever, we find Marvel Studios' Avengers Endgame guilty.
And that's all she wrote. So thank you for checking out today's video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter so you don't miss out on any of my fun posts and stuff like that. Stay safe, and thanks for watching today's video.